Yo, 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 we made it! The DLC Deathballs. Welcome, my fellow violence-loving buddies, to part 11, the final episode to my Travis Strikes Again No More Heroes review. I'm pushing it to the limit now. No rest for the wicked or this punk. You know the usual biz, dem calls to action. If you want to show your support on this video, and if you want to stick around for my No More Heroes 3 playthrough, subscribe and give that bell a tap. With that out of the way, tie your laces, do some stretches, and run to the sounds of the cheering fans in the Death Drive Mark II. Killer Marathon Beyond. After an awesome manga intro that goes on a little bit longer than expected, we enter Killer Marathon Beyond. A mad murderous dash with the most dangerous Bug Street boys and pinballs around. Along with the most dreaded gameplay feature, a countdown. Best to be level 20 for this one. The super nice touch that I really liked was that Travis is aware this is DLC. He's happy to be there and a bit more chummy with Death and Drive. This game has Silverface as its main character. A man who was constantly in scandals, paid millions, and gathered all his 25 girlfriends and killed them in one go. Later on being arrested and chucked into the Circle of Hell, which has the Killer Marathon, a mass murder sport featured on a pinball machine. Crazy, huh? While running through, savor this death ball because the stages change so much in design. From an airport, Wild West town, a space station, followed by a wet home stretch on an urban street. Quite nice to do some travel via airplane to a fucking train that takes us to a space station, crash the space station to the planet, and somehow be okay. I'm so glad I managed to find the hype train to No More Heroes 3 because of course we go to space. All aboard! These stages are pretty full on, and the music fills me with energy. Makes me want to sprint through several towns, kicking people in the shin along the way. I can understand why YouTube wanted to spoil this bit of the soundtrack for me. The pinball bumpers and flippers are truly the most dangerous contenders in this marathon. But the top one, at least before facing Silverface, is the open space bit. The game literally gets you walking instead of sprinting. If you don't listen to Bug Extra, you'll run out of oxygen. Or just do what I did and burn through your lives and be surprised after immediately ignoring the good Bug Extra's advice. Stocking up on lives for this stage is ideal, as this is a pretty tough stage, even with a level 20 character. With such high stakes, high intensity, and high energy tracks, Killer Marathon Beyond is the best DLC ball I could wish for. We get areas of all sizes that are suitable for a murder spree on a pinball machine. We even get little warp tunnels. However, once we stumble across... I can't stop smiling. This sheepman is probably the most dangerous since it calls forth meteors to rain across the stage. He can conjure a black hole and a sun too. The two spaceballs float slowly towards each other. Upon contact they explode across the whole stage. I'm pretty glad you didn't turn up in the CIA. Would have brought the whole place down. After that, Bugjidor, my hero, is placed at the end of a raised pathway. Once Travis chows down, we get to see a paradise-like backdrop. Just a white haze. It's so beautiful. Gets me hungry for ramen. Once we blast our shins out on the street, we come face to face with the deadly marathon runner himself. During their conversation, Travis declares himself the king of gamers. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Silverface is fully aware that he was not the focus of the DLC and is pretty annoyed by that. Also, in true odd grasshopper manufacturer fashion, he hates the Killer Marathon since it doesn't make sense and has never killed anyone. Truly seems like a fucking nerd. He gets kinda deep too, delving into settings and the ego. But once the bloodlust has bubbled up enough, our DLC boss draws. Silverface is a deadly dude. He has got some stylish kicks, a pretty wild punch combo that reminds me of Kenshiro from Hokuto no Ken. Hokuto, you could red skin! His second phase ability gives him a flash that stuns, and later on the arena bites back too. Silverface really knows how to control space. Feels like a nice counter to Travis if the Death Glove wasn't a factor. Wait a sec. Is Silverface just Gene with some buffs and lacking that slippy sidestep? So damn intense. His track always gets me energized. I'd hate to hear his track before going to bed because I wouldn't frickin' sleep.
I'll make you famous.
By the end of this boss fight, Silverface speaks of the concepts of gaming that directly affect him and kinda looks for meaning in that. Meanwhile, Travis avoids looking for meaning. A pretty nice contrast of attitudes to life. Which does get me thinking, is it tragic to be a video game character? At any point in today's gaming landscape, an update can change how your reality works or even remove how you function at your very core. Damn. A perfect end to a wild run, I think. We unexpectedly get visited by the Death Drive AAA. It says coding complete several times before we leave the Death Ball. When Travis reflects, he thinks about how Bad Girl is going to react once she is wished back properly. He's confident that things will work out and tells us to play indie games until he comes back. Don't worry, dude. I have. After that, Badman comments on Bad Girl's return. Things are different than what he'd imagined, but Badman and Bad Girl won't be killing each other, so that's a plus. My final thoughts on Silverface. A pretty complicated guy. His arena is a bit more crowded than the others, still having the bumpers and even get spikes on the walls, which makes the arena smaller in an effective and harmful way. The whole stage is simply fantastic. The environments are thoughtful in how they are constructed, a bit of platforming and puzzles and simple hack and slash arenas. A wonderful send-off to TSA's way of gameplay was by adding bumpers, flippers and pinballs. A nice middle ground when it comes to gaming. High score numbers are involved, you yourself don't do much, but are affecting a physical object within a game via a controller. That's how I see it. Having a timer involved in TSA's gameplay makes it all the more thrilling. The soundtrack fuels you and the timer threatens you. A pretty fun time. Whew. And that is it for all the deathballs. Definitely better than Switch cartridges. Such a big experience in these things. Now, the last part of my review. Overall thoughts and such. Entering and leaving the Death Drive Mark II is always a joy because pretty swirling colours. It really sets the stage for me, dreamlike and blurred lines. It helps me sink into the games within this game. Oh, fun fact. No More Heroes 2.5 is in the pause menu at the top. Neat indeed. The Travis Strikes Again phrase has appeared in the past, along with the Terminator-like theme. Look no further than the No More Heroes 2 teaser trailer.
I'll be back! No more heroes. Desperate struggle. Okay.
Moving on, what I enjoyed about TSA is the number of different genre conventions that came together. Bringing VR segments, puzzles, and platforming onto the same cartridge is pretty brave. Puzzles play a decent role in Travis Strikes Again No More Heroes, and is pretty tame with them. All nice and simple. Even the CIA route, which can have you in a loop, can be beat by process of elimination. I do wish we had more of these for some reason. Dialogue between our character and bosses stuck to a good formula. Simple, punchy, and satisfying. The result? Straight badass. What I want to get the hang of is launching the last part of a charge attack and hitting that finish button straight away, since the charge attack effect bleeds nicely into the talking zone. Now, this opinion will get me some hate, but fuck it. I enjoyed this game on its own the most. It is more pick up and play friendly, the story is pretty damn deep, and the combat is supported well with its customization to a degree, since the Death Glove at times can feel pretty overpowered. Definitely not a perfect game, and since it is so different compared to No More Heroes 1 and 2, that it feels strange to do so, because so many features are moved around. If you want a true No More Heroes experience, it isn't here. But if you want to see what happens when a video game character plays other video games, battles their bosses, and saves the world from his trailer, then this is the game for you. I think it redefines the No More Heroes experience, and it shows from all the No More Heroes 3 footage that has been shown off as of this recording. A simple good time that got me to fall in love with gaming all over again, with its diverse array of game mechanics and levels. TSA really has the most soul in the series, which I hope aids it in one day standing tall as an indie game. Sure, you are shunned by some, but you definitely have the most polish. Now, wishlist time. I won't. From watching the trailers that have come out so far for No More Heroes 3, it seems to be all there. There will be exceptions, of course, and unexpected surprises, but that is among the many spices that makes the No More Heroes series. I'll probably return to this review one day once I've had more time with Travis Strikes Again. If I had more time for this review, I would have dug deeper into the skill chips, boss fights, and even the story. I will in the future, since I've had the least amount of hours with this game. And not just love the game, I prefer to appraise than just praise. Truly seeing a product for what it is. That's what true love is. This game is far from flawless. No game really is. This one holds a special place in my heart, that's all. And I prefer to have thoroughly thought out critiques rather than just yell, balance the experience because some of it ain't fun. So thanks everybody for watching. This is the true end for my Journey to No More Heroes 3 series, and just in time. It's been a long time coming, but I'm glad this challenge is over. Could have been smoother, but this past year and a bit have been worth it. Anyway, go and buy No More Heroes 3 and play the hell out of it. And if you like, come back and see my playthrough. Good luck and enjoy the Garden of Slaughter. But until then, this has been Depassion. See you on the next journey. Take care. Oh yeah, remember something for me. Forget titles or power. Just be the #1 version of yourself. See ya.